This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Back to the McBain Community Sports Complex. We're here tonight. McBain is playing Lake City in the Battle of Missaukee County. It used to be called the Battle of Tasty Treat until Tasty Treat moved out of town. But they do battle for the Missaukee Sentinel, the Wandering Trophy. Now, we're having a great game tonight. McBain is up 20-6 at halftime. The magical 3 minutes has been on the clock. We got about a minute to go before we start again. And I'm here with Jack Klender. I'm Lars Ferdine, and we have some halftime stats for you to hear.
Jump in there. Thanks to Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Logan Ealing has quite the stat line. He's 1 for 3 for passing for 39 yards and a TD. He's rushed for 21 yards. He's scored 2 TDs running, and he's got 2 interceptions on defense, being seen all over the field. Cole Sealand has 97 yards on the ground with 17 carries. Noah Hendrickson has 34 yards and 6 carries. Caleb Strickland has 16 yards and 2 carries with a fumble. Garrett Ruberkmos has 1 TD reception for 39 yards. Alex Utek and Noah Hendrickson have 3 tackles each. Brown and Van de Vos, 2 tackles and a sack.
Lake City kicking off to start the third quarter. Back deep is Logan Ealing and Caleb Strickland. Lake City kicks it out of bounds. That is Micah Staub. I don't know if that's an exchange student for Lake City. I saw a couple kids kicking for Lake City. One had an awesome name, too. It sounded very foreign.
As far as he just kicked that ball, I could see he might have played some soccer back, the other kind of football.
That is a hard thing for high school teams to find, is a great kicker. A lot of times it's nice to have a exchange student in your school. McBain's going to come out in power I right, split left. Cole Sealand up the middle just for a couple. Lake City has probably talked about this formation, Coach, and has made some adjustments.
Yep.
What would you do to try to stop this power I?
You know, I always liked having a 5-man front and going 5-3 against this. If you have good angles from your linebackers and your stout defensive line can make piles. Because you got to take on a lot of blockers.
When you see a team that, double tights, power I, are you expecting them to run up the gut, or are you expecting them to go outside at all?
Sorry, I got caught up watching the play there. This is one thing I did get to talk to Cole Sealand about at school today just a little bit, knowing that I was going to be here. And so my half an hour of prep work, I said, hey, what are your keys for tonight? And what do you have to do? And he said, we have to play 4 quarters of football. And he said they came out kind of flat last week against Beale City, and that really hurt him. And so, it looks like there's a little intensity that Lake City is showing on these first 2 plays.
Yeah, it brings up a 3rd and long. No real gains on the first 2.
Gets him out of the
fumble on the play. Huge play, huge fumble. Logan Ealing drops the ball. Number 1, Lucas Madden, did a good job of keeping Logan away from that. Lake City recovers on the 40-yard line. It's another killer for if you're McBain. Those turnovers and those penalties. This is McBain's 2nd turnover that I can think of offhand.
And what's so big about this, when I played back in Hopkins, we'd have a big turnover, and our coach loved taking a strike right away. And so getting that defense right now to set their minds to that potential, I think, resetting and transitioning.
Yeah, you don't want them to score the first couple plays after turnover. The momentum can really carry. This is Zach Zorn for about a gain of 4 or 5 yards. Spun around a few times. Looks like Andrew Sycamore is in on that tackle. He's at least the last one to get off the ground. That always helps with the stats is when you're looking.
Right. I think Alex in there too. This is such a change for me, trying to keep stats.
Now, when you coach, you were the defensive coordinator, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
So defense is your thing, even though you played quarterback in high school.
Yeah, the chess piece of defense always made coaching that pretty fun.
Zorn still on his feet for going up the middle. Not really a gain of much, maybe a half yard.
Lake City.
Sean Sycamore, along with his
On to
non-relative
stop number 57,
other Sycamore,
Andrew
as
Sycamore.
Gary Vanna from the radio,
Also in
107.9
on
calls
stop
them, the
number
Hans and
50,
Franz.
Sean Sycamore.
Now that goes back to the Saturday Night Live days. That might even be before your time, is it?
Actually, I think Mr. Murphy and I dressed up as Hans and Franz during Spirit Week one year. So
yeah,
that's pretty good.
You at least know of them, huh?
Yeah. Saw them on YouTube for 30 seconds.
Quick pass out to Bisbal. Bisbal shaking and baking, getting down there for a first down. Finally brought down.
Pass complete to
You know,
number
that's
12,
that little
Wyatt Bisbal.
outside
He's
bubble
inside
screen
the
where
15-yard line of McBain. Looks
that's a
like the ball's
tough,
going to be
tough
spotted at
play when
13.
they stretch out that
First
far
down,
to
Trojans.
get off that block as
On
that
the
corner.
stop, number 4,
It's
George
going to be
Brown.
a little bit of time for your outside linebacker to get there.
And that is the key to the spread offense, is you're trying to spread out and force their athletes to out-athlete your athletes. Ball's on the ground. Zoran on a broken play takes it the other direction. Up around the helmet with the tackle.
16,
No
Zachary
flags,
Norris
though.
Picks up the loose ball.
That's a great
Out of bounds
play for
near the 10-yard line.
Noren to
Catch that ball on
Gain
the
of 3
top
yards on the
there.
play. It'll be second
know the
down
flow
and
of the
7.
defense and to run against the grain.
Sometimes that broken play can be the most
Stop
dangerous.
was made
Yeah,
by number
well, you
77,
saw
Richard
McBain
Flobel.
flowing strong to their reads, you know.
A lot of times that first step, that first key, that's why counters are pretty popular in high school sports.
Well, I saw Lake City doing some of those in pregame. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those soon.
Balser takes a snap from under center.
Number 16,
Not much of a
Zachary
gain
Norris,
on
the ball
that.
carrier, stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like,
It'll
is
be
that
third
Benjamin
down
Marion
and
in there in
7.
the backfield? He's the freshman Marion. There's been some talented Marion kids on the Lake City team. Benjamin's the freshman brought up.
51 on
Brothers
the
have
stop
played
change.
college ball up in the UP.
Third down and 7 for Lake City.
I have to say, Grandma Lou Collins was the librarian here at McBain for many years. She's a proud grandma, I must say.
There's our counter. Oh,
Fake.
fake counter, yeah.
Nobody touches him as Justin Balser goes in for the
Touchdown,
score. Now,
Trojans.
Jack, it wasn't a
Run
quick
in by
strike for Lake
quarterback
City,
number
but
7,
they
Justin
pretty much put their
Balser.
will on this McBain team. And like you said, McBain's got to try to come out.
You know, we got on our heels there a little bit. Lake City did a nice job mixing some stuff up, giving us some different formations to look at. They caught that underneath screen to keep the drive going. And you can start to see some of their quickness. And one of the worries McBain had is some of the speed that Lake City has.
Looking at the replay, the fake to the fullback up the middle, and McBain is just chasing. Nobody's got an angle on him. So a great play call by Coach Kyle Smith. Extra point attempt coming up here. Quick bubble screen out to the left. 2 guys on him, and they let him go right around.
Oh, we got a
him.
flag.
There is a
There's
flag.
a flag on the
Looks
field.
like,
Could it receiver downfield, holding?
you know, and I'd be curious to see the angle that they threw, if they threw behind the line of scrimmage or not.
Holding against the Trojans is a signal from the official.
All right, so that gives them another chance, but farther back, I believe. Obviously, you wouldn't take that because Lake City scored if you're the McBain coach.
Looks like their kicker's coming out.
That's going to move them back. So do they try the 2-point, or the block is on the field? That's on the hash, though. Do they have a choice to move that, or is that where it's
Extra
at?
point attempt will
Yeah,
be
think of where the play finished.
taken from
Now
the
they move it.
13-yard
It's
line.
here we think we're ready to
After the 10-yard
act all
penalty is
smart and
marked off.
stuff. They prove us wrong, or me wrong, I'm sorry.
Hey, you can say we. That's, I actually give my kids candy in class when I make a mistake, so I usually go to the bulk store at the beginning of the year.
Mike Staub ready to kick. Plenty of room. Refs look at each
Extra
other.
point
It
is
is good.
Kick through by
So that's going to
number
put Lake City at
32,
13
Mika Stabe.
points. So 13-7, it
So with
brings
8
it, or
minutes,
13 to
21
20,
seconds
brings
left
it
in the third
within
quarter,
a
the
7-point
McBain
game,
Ramblers
which could be a
20,
one-score
and the Lake City
difference.
Trojans 13.
And
You know,
that-
and
that's
just like
big.
that last play for Lake City, you know, you get your 2-point conversion, you get within 6, a touchdown, no matter what happens afterward, ties it. And those are those little things that could come back to hurt you. But I like the call once they backed up to take what looks like their pretty safe choice in their placement kicker.
Yeah, the kick looks great. And, the backspin on it, the soccer style kick. That's not from America, I'll have to say.
Reverting kick
So
off for
Mike
Lake City, number 32.
Staub is going to kick again. He had a nice deep kick last time. And look, he is not very far back.
No, is this onside riverboat gambling? Okay. Well, that's just how he does it.
Caleb Strickland back deep.
Oh,
Doesn't handle it. It's at the goal line.
Oh, boy.
Fumbles it again. Picks it up, and everybody in on the tackle for Lake City, except Mike Staub. He's back deep. He's the safety man.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Caleb as being he's a 100% player, and you got to live and die with his 100%.
Outside the 5-yard line. Looks like the Ramblers
sometimes
take over
your
possession.
brain works faster than your body
The
does.
6-yard line, first and 10.
You might have saw him seeing the green and got him pinned back there.
Coach Maloney makes him take the gloves off, and we're ready to go. Now, it's a nice, cool night. I got a jacket on, but these players, they don't have anything on their sleeves and stuff. They're probably sweating like crazy, aren't they? They love this
yeah,
weather.
no problem. This is perfect.
They don't like the hot stuff, actually. So, split left, power eye look.
QB.
Fake to the fullback, fake me out in.
Yeah, he did. Nice fake there. Is that Henderson?
Number 44, Noah
Hendrickson has the ball. Logan Ealing looked like he had it. Nobody touched him.
If that was a read, he should have kept it.
3 yards, second down and
Monday
7.
morning quarterback, it's
Yep.
always easy.
The armchair
On the
quarterback.
stop, number 44,
With his nice
Johnny
TV in front of us,
Feller.
we
That's right.
can. Now, Maloney saw that. Do you think that's the next play call?
I wouldn't be surprised, but it doesn't look like that's gonna.
Different
they're gonna
formation.
give him a
Trips to the right, split to
But
the
this
left.
is Logan all day long.
Still on his feet. He just refuses to go down. Now, Jack, I've
Logan Neely,
played
the
basketball
quarterback,
against you,
ball
and
carrier.
your feet are
Beyond
pretty
the
amazing. Were
15-yard
you this
line
type
to
of
about the
quarterback when you were in
17.
high school?
That's
No.
the first down for
You
the
actually probably
Ramblers.
could have trained a monkey to do what I did. So we,
Stop for Lake
that's what my
City,
dad would
number
always
7.
say.
Mr. Modest,
Justin
huh?
Butler.
Well, we ran the wing tee, so
You turn around and handed it off.
yeah,
Is that?
yeah, that's right. And then run after them as they were scoring touchdowns.
Be the first one there to celebrate with
That's
them.
right.
Somehow I find that hard to believe. I'm sure there were some keepers, weren't there?
Yeah, we had some really, really good running backs. So the defenses would absolutely key on them. So I got some.
Remind me what year you graduated.
I graduated in 2001.
Okay, so in 01, if you would have won your last game.
Well, that would
Flag on
have
the
been
field.
2000. So
2000.
Yeah, I had 2 years varsity.
Delay of game.
1999 and then
5 yards
2000.
marked
So
off
I'm
against
thinking
McBain.
back.
It'll be
If you would have
first down
won
and
the game
15.
that you lost last in the playoffs, was
Yep, Schoolcraft.
it regional finals?
Yes.
I think it. Okay. I think McBain and you and Hopkins would have played each other, or was that the
We-
next year?
You know, and McBain and Hopkins had runs in football and basketball, and we were always off by a year in each of those. So it was always the subsequent years where we would have played. But
Twins to the left, split right.
I still think Logan here.
Logan Blake breaks one tackle and not the second.
The quarterback, number
The referee
3.
says his
Logan
name
Neely,
went
the
down
ball
before it
carrier.
came out of bounds.
Pulled down by
Clock
number
is not a
7,
situation
Justin
here.
Balser.
It's third quarter with 6 minutes,
At
40
13-yard line,
seconds to
it's going
go.
to be second down and 13.
But McBain is not getting anything to happen here. So Lake City comes out of the locker room on fire. McBain, I don't see heads down, but it kind of looks like they're wondering what's going on.
Yeah, going back to their power eye.
Garrett Burkmos near side, split wide, power eye left, overload line it looks like. Hand off to Caleb Strickland. Hit up there.
Number
Now we
11,
have the
Caleb
overload
Strickland, the
line,
ball carrier,
but it looks like
stopped
there's
at
3 or 4
the
Lake City
16-yard line.
players right there. Are the blockers running right by who they're supposed to block?
On
You know,
stop number 54,
I actually wasn't
Miles
watching that, but
McLeod.
it looks like
Third
their
down
adjustment
and
at
10
halftime
for
is
McBain.
absolutely working. So they were able to get the chalkboard out and draw up where they want them to line up and what their angles are and what their reads are. And they have definitely decreased any size hole that we're having inside on that power eye.
This is where the chess piece of coaching football comes into play. The offensive coordinator versus the D coordinator.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised some outside. Oh, no.
Balser reads the quick slant and intercepts the pass.
Number 7, Justin
Garrett
Balser
Verberkmos was the intended receiver on that, and Balser just stepped right in front of it. Caleb Strickland goes in for the tackle, hurts his arm a little bit because he flies in there. Again, Lake City in incredible field position, threatening right now on the 15-yard line with the third turnover of the game.
And, this is what's so tough about our defense. Lake City is in a 4-down territory. So they get 4 plays. You really have to dig deep here. Reset.
And again, that quick strike, you got to be able to set up and not let them in.
Pitch out to
Lake City pitches 16, it to the right. They get about
maybe
a yard or two, or
maybe right back to the line.
I don't see the marker moving at all.
And if you were to see that, you saw Caleb, in my opinion, make that play. He came flying up and hit that blocker probably 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And you commit to your reads and take on those blockers and let the other guys flow. You can see why they didn't have a game there.
Pro set formation, I formation. Balser off to Zorine off the outside. Just staying on his feet, doing an amazing job. Takes 6 McBain players
16,
and some broken tackles to bring him down.
Just short of the 10-yard line.
Zach Noren is doing an amazing job for Lake City. He
doesn't
look huge.
No, but he has great vision, and that really stresses the defense. And he sets up his blocks well.
On the stop, number 4, George Burns, George Brown, along with number 20, Logan Vandenbos.
That's another
in and out.
Nice thing for the athletes right here. They can stream this. They can see themselves on TV.
Same touchdown play. They're trying again. Fake counter. We read that better.
Number 7, the quarterback, Justin Balser, the ball
Justin
carrier.
Balser takes it around.
Line to about the 9.
Kind of going around in circles, looking for a hole. So that's going to bring up a quick 4th down. McBain bringing in Noah Hendrickson.
4th down and 3 for the Trojans.
It's interesting. It looks like that head referee just picked up
George Brown, number 4, on the tackle for McBain on that last play.
Put it back down and stomped it, which is, depending on how they line up here, right where their quarterback's going to be.
In field conditions, you guys warm up on this.
They're going for, are we getting a timeout by
timeout on the field.
Lake City. Okay.
A lot of times you can watch that back referee under the goalpost, and he'll give you how much time is left on it. And that play seemed to have taken too long. So Coach Kyle Smith, his first year coaching, and we have a little time. It's his first year coaching because the longtime coach, Tim Peterson, the principal up there and the head varsity football coach, with his 2 sons, were in Lake City when basically the season was about to start, and then his wife got a job in Glen Lake. Living in Lake City, did you know Coach Peterson well? You've coached against him many times.
Yeah, through the coaching world, of course, I knew him, and that was sent kind of shockwaves through when you heard the news that he was leaving, and him, his 2 sons, the offense they ran, the skill level that they had, really affects a team like this. And talk about getting a team to reset. I think Kyle's done a great job with these guys and trying to put them in a position to win.
So they were going to set up for the the field goal, and now they've changed their mind after the timeout. So now it's trips to the left, receiver out, Balser setting back, plenty of time. He stays on his feet. It is 4th down. And he's hit hard by Caleb Strickland, and he does not get it.
Yard short, so
I give Balser credit for staying on his feet. It looked like he should have been down 5 yards back.
Yeah, he really did scramble nice on that play.
Hey, I give the coach credit. It would have been a long field goal. It's not only where it's at, but you're kicking it back about 10 yards. Plus, the goalpost is in the back of the end zone, another 10 yards deep.
Well, and you look at the flag blowing right now, too, so noticing it looks like the wind might be picking up a little bit.
So it seems like McBain had the ball here about 5 minutes ago. It's almost like nothing's happened for the last 5 minutes. Logan Ealing keeping it up the middle on a quarterback keeper. Lake City reads it well, trying to strip the ball. The ball is actually out, but could they have called forward motion had stopped? So that is going to be a referee's decision here.
Ball was going to be spotted at the 9-yard line.
They're going to say his forward motion had stopped, even though his knee never touched. The ball was stripped out. So Logan's got to hang on to that ball if you're a McBain fan, and if you're Lake City, man, go for that ball every time.
Yeah. They got him pinned deep. I would say they have the momentum. They made their adjustments.
Because really, Lake City's only had one key play in the first half, and they have owned the second half so far. Hand off to Noah Hendrickson up the middle. Still on his feet. Whistle hasn't blown. If you're Lake City, you're trying to strip the ball, but what do you think, Coach? Do you think the refs are letting that go a little too long? Is that where injuries happen?
You know, you do. And you see guys start piling on and things start twisting, and you get a lot of different angles. You know, one thing I think Logan has done a nice job this year at being the biggest target probably on McBain's offense is that he sees a lot of the hits coming. He's got great vision, and he can make what might be a knockout blow, a glancing blow. You get in a situation like that, you don't get that luxury.
So going to the ground quicker or stepping out of bounds or something, is that what you're saying?
Right, I'm saying when they're moving forward, he gets to control his movements a little bit more. You get all stacked up like that, you're at the will of the masses.
Noah Hendrickson again up the middle, getting pushed back after he has forward momentum. It looks like it's close to a first down. I don't see a call yet.
I don't see him waving, but it looks like they will. I would say.
Let's see.
Interesting. They're gonna
probably call.
Measure this one. Yep.
So the refs are going to bring out the chain gang. It's the most exciting job to those volunteers on the opposite side of the field. They get to play an important part into this game. I'm not sure who our chain gang is tonight. Let's see if I can see. Our camera is so good. Let's see if they zoom up. I don't think our cameramen can hear us, so all the shout-outs we're giving them, they're more for the people at home than for the cameramen wearing the headsets. Oh, that's a good angle. And as soon as we get the good angle, they turn their back onto us.
Yeah, pretty soon they'll be getting a camera that zips up and down the field.
Oh, there you go.
30 feet high.
You know, you get the engineering department together with the media guys.
There's going to be a lot of math in there. Sign me up.
So McBain 1st and 10. About on the 19-yard line. A lot of time being spent down on this side of the field. Looks like Cole Seeling's going to get a chance. I wonder if that is Cole or if Caleb Strickland is in.
No, I think that was Cole. Yep, that was
Caleb
Cole.
Strickland.
So he borrowed Joey's.
Gain of 3 yards out of play. Second down and 7.
So about 2nd and 7. Coming up, Logan Ealing gets the call from Coach Maloney. About 47 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Not in a hurry.
No, they can just switch sides of the field. Power eye left, split right.
Okay, so
little counter.
No.
So it's kind of, what do you call that, kid? Is he the offset eye or is he just the power, right? He's the power left. Logan Vandenboss, the freshman, one of 2 freshmen on the team, takes the counter off the right side for about a couple yards. So it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
You know, and they're just trying to keep their defense honest.
Yeah, a lot of times you see the same play over and over and over again. Do you start cheating if you're a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kid?
Oh, yeah. Easy to do.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So into the third quarter here at the McBain Community Sports Complex. McBain is up 20-13, but I'll tell you what, I would say the momentum is on Lake City side. We're going to go to a commercial break and be back after these messages.